All right, here we go with the June 7th edition of the Carolina Weather Video. I'm meteorologist Matthew East here along with you. Let's begin here with a look at our numbers from yesterday. A pretty warm day, in fact, downright hot in parts of South Carolina and into the Sandhills of North Carolina. Some 90s down that way. Generally mid-80s across the Triad viewing area. Did have a couple of very small isolated showers pop up in parts of the region as expected yesterday, but not a very big deal. And then there's our Charlotte region highs, 80s to around 90 across the Piedmont and the foothills, and then 70s up in the high country. There's your visible satellite imagery from yesterday. Had some of those cumulus clouds, and in some instances, a few of them developed up into a few showers or storms. But again, most of us, rain-free yesterday. Good-looking shot from Wake Forest University as we near sunrise during the 5 a.m. hour. Temperature this morning there at Wake Forest, or I should say in Winston-Salem at the Smith Reynolds Airport, 63. And we'll take a look up, let's see if we can get the computer to cooperate here. There we go. Take a look up at the high country this morning. Beach Mountain. Again, that temperature sensor is still offline for us. All right, there's your Dowd YMCA camera looking at uptown Charlotte, where a temperature of 68 degrees waits to greet you as we headed on out the door early this morning. All right, there's our temperatures regionally. 70s along the coast, 50 in Boone, and 59 up in Roanoke, Virginia. Dew point temperatures look like that this morning. So for a lot of the Piedmont, still fairly low levels of humidity. A little bit higher than where we have been, but still fairly low. So kind of in that workable range on our dew point comfort scale for today. All right, the radar mostly quiet. A couple of very brief showers moving through Pimlico Sound and the Outer Banks, but nothing overly significant there. Taking a look down in the Florida region, some areas of showers and storms on either side of the Sunshine State. Some big areas of rain and storms there in the plains from South Dakota to Nebraska and Kansas, but that system generally will stay well to the west of us. What we're watching is this next cold front moving into the Great Lakes. That'll get here later in the weekend. But today, some slow-moving complexes of rain and storms back in the plains. This is the future radar. Across the Carolinas, it'll be areas near the coast that I believe pick up some scattered showers and storms this afternoon. Basically, Interstate 95 over toward the coast and then arcing back into the vicinity of Columbia. But a lot of the foothills, mountains, and Piedmont of North Carolina rain-free today. So pretty quiet weather set up for us. Here's your highs this afternoon. Pretty warm, but still relatively low levels of humidity across North Carolina. And then there's our lows tonight. Similar tomorrow, I think most of us are going to be rain-free for your Friday, but we begin to crank up the temperatures and the humidity just a bit. There's our Friday highs. And I pulled back a little bit on the thunderstorm chances for Saturday. There'll be a few thunderstorms out there, but I think the timing of this front slowed down just a bit, enough so that I believe as we get into Saturday afternoon, just a handful of storms in many spots, with better scattered storm chances arriving on Sunday. You can see that here on the European model, Sunday to Monday. That's when we have some better scattered shower and storm chances. All right, tropical update time. We'll look at the big view here across the Atlantic Basin. At this point, no immediate signs of any tropical development to be concerned about, so your tropical weather outlook is still quiet between now and early next week. But here's what I'm watching for down the road, the goings-on here in the Caribbean Sea. Nothing very impressive at this point, but you do have these disorganized showers and storms kind of brewing down there. And a lot of computer modeling wants to try to spin up a system from that region. For instance, we'll look at the GFS model here. And this is next week now. We're talking later next week. The GFS and Canadian, among other models, want to spin up a system from the Caribbean Sea and then bring it up into the Gulf of Mexico by the end of next week. It's a long way down the road, but that might be the next area to keep an eye on for tropical development, what can come out of the Caribbean Sea. All right, that's it for the latest edition of the Carolina Weather Video. Thank you for watching. Have a great day, and God bless.